Yo, 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 what's up? We got another episode of Nothing Nice, special edition. You know, the NBA Finals is here. It's your man JB out here with my brother Joerilla. How you feeling, bro?
Yeah, bro. We got a little emergency episode we had to drop, huh?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Had to get ahead of it. So, Mook couldn't be here today. I'm going to tell you right now, he tried to finesse us, but Mook picked New York in 5. So, if he comes on next week saying anything else, Joe, you my witness. He said New York in 5.
Yeah, Mook said Mook can predict Portland beating San Antonio. I ain't gonna let him live that down. He can predict Portland beating San Antonio with little to no evidence or anything to support that. But he like, man, the NBA Finals, you've seen both of these teams now play 3 rounds of basketball. You like, I gotta see game 1 to pick a winner.
Exactly. He wants to see game 1 first. I said, absolutely not.
Come on, Mook, dog. Like,
he said his picks are fluid. I said, no, they're not.
No, they not, bro.
Yeah, we're going to put him on ice. So, he said he's leaning New York in 5. That's where we're going to put him. New York in 5. That's where Mook is. So, hey, it is what it is.
Still don't believe in San Antonio.
Bruh. He doesn't want to be wrong. That's what that is. He doesn't want to be wrong. He's trying to make up for that Portland pick. All right, so, and then there were 2. So we got the Spurs versus the Knicks, 7 games. I'll pick San Antonio going into the season that they would make it to the finals. Yeah. I'm picking on to win the finals. I got San Antonio in 6, but 5 if they don't play with their food. What you think, bro?
I got San Antonio in 6. I'm not exactly sure what. I know New York won like 12 straight now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what look they gonna give San Antonio with the lineup that they got that OKC couldn't provide. I mean, I think obviously they stretched it to 7. I think New York is a tier under OKC defensively.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't see what New York gonna do defensively to slow San Antonio down. I don't see it. Like, OKC got Chet, who we know is an all-world defender. Harvenstein, who is an enforcer / whatever you want to call him. Then you got Dort, Caruso, and Casey Wallace, who are all dogs on defense. And they wasn't able to. They didn't put San Antonio away. So yeah, I don't know. The guys that New York have that are defenders that can defend, they're fine. You put them on the court and they defend, but they take away from you offensively so much. Like, you put Mitchell on the floor, you take OG or Cat off the floor, then what you doing there? You know what I'm saying? Right. Or if you put Alvarado on the floor, now you got to take Brunson or Bridges off the floor for Alvarado. It's like, it's too much of a drop off from what you need to defend this team versus what you need to be able to keep pace with them scoring. And San Antonio don't got that problem. Like, Dylan Harper can come in and be solid on defense, and like, he ain't locking nobody, but he's solid. But he'll bucket off the bench.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, they not taking steps back like that. If Champagne and Vassell start hitting shots too, yeah, bro.
You in trouble. Johnson starts hitting shots, you in trouble.
Yeah, Keldon woke up at the end of the series. De'Aaron actually had a very, very solid game 7. Like, he did. You saw my prize pick. I had him going under 14. He went over. He cost me $600. I hit 5 out of 6. So, like, yeah,
not so fast.
Right. If he's now waking up, then yeah, bro. Like,
that hamstring's feeling good. He's had a couple days.
Yeah, unless New York plan on shrinking their lineup again down to like 6, 7 guys, which I don't think that's a Mike Brown thing. I don't really see how they defend this team without taking away from their offense. Like, I don't see how they do it, but we'll see. We'll see what's up.
No, I completely agree. I think that if it was just one game that you had to win, like a college basketball game, I could see New York, gutting it out to win that game. But in a 7-game series, it's just going to be too much for them. I think it's just going to be too much and trying to figure it out because Wemby's Wemby, so that's established. But we've watched several players grow up in this one playoffs run. We watched Vassell, who takes on big defensive assignments, who's not afraid to shoot the rock, who likes to be aggressive. We have Castle, who has grown up, who I honestly think that he could be the Scottie Pippen, like, in the highest level of respect. He could be the Scottie Pippen to Wemby, to where you put them together, you can find yourself having 6 championships with those 2 guys paired up together. Because the growth that Castle has had in this playoff run has been just immense. Like, it's just been top tier. So just that. And then De'Aaron Fox, he's had a couple more days for his hamstring to rest. He played really well in that game 7. Dylan Harper, he's not afraid of the moment. He's growing up too. He's a rookie. He's a rookie out here playing dang near starter minutes. He's tough.
He a star.
athletic. Oh yeah, oh
He
yeah.
a star.
It's just a matter of time. San
Yeah.
Antonio, you said this way ahead of schedule. This is their
Yeah.
first run in the playoffs, and they're in the championship. Like
Yeah.
the NBA should be worried. The NBA
Man,
should be worried, man.
they super ahead of schedule. And like the difference between like both of these teams is playing really good basketball. You can't be not good and win 11, 12 straight, whatever New York
Yeah,
won. They playing good basketball, which you can't discredit the fact that they playing good basketball. They are playing great basketball. But San Antonio is like feeding off each other. This is like 8 brothers playing at the park against another family.
right.
Like the way they in each other, the way they in each other face, and the way they cheer for each other, and the way they feed off each other, man, it hit different. And they done seen each other take punches. That account for something. Like Castle got beat up a whole game.
Yeah. And Dylan
Like
grabbed
he's
him and said, "Hey.
right,
Sorry, bro. We go."
yeah. Dylan made clutch buckets and Castle like in his ear, like, yeah,
Yeah,
like, boy, they ain't got nothing for you. Like, this your backup.
yeah. Carter Bryant.
Like you hyping your backup up, bro. Carter Bryant ain't even scratched the surface yet. Wait till he ready. They gotta get Harrison Barnes out the way, and then they
Yeah,
like we talked about before we start putting it on wax. Man, they bring in Kawhi or something to work with Carter Bryant. That dude gonna be crazy. Like his
not
athletic
gonna be
ability
fair.
is through the roof. Yeah, bro. You might get a double-digit game out of Harrison Barnes. You never know. Like
Yeah,
it's bro. They tough, bro. But the way they feed off each other, they chemistry is crazy. It's giving championship. Like, and I didn't even pick them to beat OKC. I didn't think they would be able to beat OKC in a game 7. A lot of things happened for OKC that probably wouldn't have happened otherwise or shouldn't have happened. Like they had some people just flat out not show up for them. We know the storyline behind Chet.
you're right. He
Caruso didn't
got
play.
dunked on and his heart came out.
Like Caruso didn't really play up. Like he was doing a lot of yapping. He usually kind of like that quiet dog. He started yapping a little bit too much. AJ Mitchell wasn't there. J Dub wasn't there.
Yeah,
Still, all that considered, San Antonio went in there and handled business. That team, they running on something different right now. Like they gonna, I think they win this game in 6. I don't think them playing in Madison Square Garden gonna shake them either. Like I think they built for this
yeah.
moment. So,
No, yeah. I don't think if OKC, because OKC has a great crowd. They've always had a great crowd since the KD and Russ days. So if playing in OKC in a game 7 doesn't shake you, playing in Madison Square is not gonna shake you either.
no, not at all.
So tell me this. Now we both picked San Antonio to win. What would it take for New York to get it done?
It would take like I was speaking to earlier. I think it would take them being able to find a balance between being able to put the lineup out there that can defend, because it's all gonna start with Wemby, right? Like we already know Cat and OG to me defensively don't hit the same as Harvenstein and Chet. We could talk whatever we want to say about Chet. Chet is a first team all NBA
Yeah,
defensive player. OG and Cat not that. You know what I mean?
right.
It is what it is. And I don't think Cat's usual advantage and OG's usual advantage is that they can get bigger guys away from the rim and create on the perimeter. I don't think that's a problem for Wemby. Like
Right.
he clearly showed he can defend anywhere on the floor. If they find a way to and I don't know what that looked like. If they find a way to balance being able to put a lineup out there that can slow Wemby down and defend Wemby and not give up offense, then I think they pull this out. But I don't see that lineup. Like I think you got to pull. I think their core is so good. They all a bunch of 2-way guys other than Brunson, and I guess Cat probably not either really.
Yeah.
But they also good at what they do as a core. If you take one piece away, it kind of all falls apart. You know what I mean? Like, where's the points going to come from in lieu of the defense that you need to stop this team? Because San Antonio don't have to take Wemby off the floor. He's still their best defender,
Yeah.
and he their biggest offensive threat. Castle is a 2-way guy. You know what I mean? Fox is okay defensively and good offensively. Like I don't think they had that luxury. Like I think they
Mm.
gonna end up having just matchup issues, honestly. But if they can figure that out, they can beat them. But it's highly unlikely though. I don't see it.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. I think for the Knicks to be, they're gonna have to outcoach. Mike Brown's gonna have to just straight up outcoach Mitch in this one, because as far as personnel, with what the maturation that we saw from San Antonio, it's like if they're gonna win this series, they're going to have to win it in a way that OKC kind of tried to win it by trying to be more aggressive, by trying to foul bait to get the whistle blown, stuff like that. Because just straight up, those young dudes in San Antonio, man, they have no fear. Like they asked them, like, what do you guys feel about not having a lot of playoff experience? They said we don't care. So when you're young and you don't know better and you don't care, and then for what they lack in playoff experience, Pop has been extremely instrumental in this playoff run off the court for them. Like meeting up with the guys, pulling them aside, going up to the meetings when they're doing film. Tim Duncan and David Robinson both have been in Wemby's ear. So when you have David Robinson and Tim Duncan spitting game to you, talk about what they see, how you should act, and then Wemby wants to be a vocal leader as well as a leader by play. It's just a tall order. It's a tough.
Bro, that Oklahoma series was super important for their growth. Because to me, beating them, they just grew up like 2 years.
Yeah.
Like they figured out how to beat a contending championship team that was deep, that had all the matchup advantages that they needed. Like they figured it out. So like I don't see what exactly it is New York gonna present to them other than like some crowd noise that they ain't already experienced.
Some rude
already.
words.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you gonna get but Wimby's French, so he probably like, bro, I done heard it all. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
Yo
Like
been trying to call me soft since I got here.
yeah, bro. Like he played soccer in the all season, and he from France and then played in the Olympics. He undoubtedly is the key to this series, but he's already man. They done all them guys. We've seen all them guys at one point or another battle their biggest adversity they've ever seen. That we've seen them on the big stage, and they all found the way through it. Like Fox been fighting through this ankle thing. Wemby head got knocked off in the first round of the playoffs,
Right.
and we saw him just get beat up now for 2 rounds. And everybody want to say, "Oh man, he's soft or he not like he's not." But bro, if he what he been through already probably would have dismantled most NBA bigs already.
Yeah.
Like mentally and physically, he don't look like he's slowing down. You
Nah.
know what I mean? We saw Castle have to go through his little phase where he was getting fouled, and you know they've already seen. I think they toughest matchup. Now they just got to go out and play ball. This might actually present a more comfortable like scenario for them. Like I think they wanted, like they was looking forward to playing New York. Once they got through OKC, it's kind of like, all right, yeah, we still got business to handle, but we ain't gonna see nothing we ain't seen. We ain't
Yeah.
gonna see.
Even Cornette having that big block in the fourth quarter in the last, I think it was like the last 4 minutes. So
Yeah.
Wemby was able to sit on the bench because Wemby had 5 fouls at that point, and he had that big block. Who was that against? I think that was against. It was either Chet or it was Hartenstein, one of them, where he was able to block his shot, and they were able to push him the other way.
Now Brunson is he Brunson. Like
Yeah.
he'll playoff guy. He got that Jimmy Butler playoff gene. Like
No,
so it would not shock me if we see him drop 40 a couple times. You know what I'm saying? But
okay,
I don't
so you're the coach. You're the coach.
Mm-hmm.
Are you putting Castle or are you putting Dylan Harper on him?
To start, if I'm starting, I'm putting Fox on.
You gonna put Fox on him?
Yeah, I think you need Castle as a bigger body to match up with Bridges. Probably either Bridges or Hart. I'm thinking. But I mean, if you start just like cutting Fox up, it's probably not. It's not crazy to think you then move Fox to Hart and then bump Vassell or Champagne down to Bridges and let Castle just guard him or Harper guard him. He gonna get a butt. Like Brunson is a good player, bro. He a good basketball player. Like he gonna find a way to get to his spot and get whatever shot he wants. So like he's the one that like you worry about. He gonna keep Mitch up at night. You know what I'm saying?
No, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. I think though with Brunson, you know that he's gonna get somewhere between 25 to 35 points in the game. You know he's gonna have somewhere in that range. The big thing is you don't want to have an unsung hero. If you're saying
right.
That's what you're really looking for. And also, honestly, vice versa. You know, Wemby's going to have 25, 12, and 2-3 blocks. Cool. Off the rip, you know that. So what you want is you don't want Castle to also chip in with another 20-something. And then Vassell to have 18. So what the coaches are going to do is they're going to have to try to limit the other guys. from being
Right.
unsung heroes because I don't think either team has a real solidified number two. I know I saluted Cal so early, and I think that he is the number two. Like I'm leaning more towards him. De'Aaron Fox definitely has his moments as well, but everything like that about Castle is saying that he's going to be the Scottie Pippen to in this situation, or the D Wade to Brown in this situation. Where it's like, no, he's a dog, he's a real one too. But this guy's
Yeah.
just this guy. But they're gonna have both teams are gonna have to limit those other guys. So it really becomes which others show up the best, and that's what this is gonna come down to.
San Antonio gonna have to make shots. They're gonna have to make shots from deep because like getting to the paint on this New York team ain't gonna be easy. They
Yeah.
are strong. They strong at the point. Like Hart is strong. Bridges is strong. Like they can defend. They can keep you out the paint. Like they can funnel people in, to whatever direction they want them to go. But man, them being able to dump the ball down to Wemby and draw people in, him kicking it out, they got to make shots. You know what I'm saying? They got to make shots. That's why spacing gonna be so important. Like having Wemby down there all the time might work against you in some situations because you got to isolate Brunson if you want to try to get consistently to the paint. Like we know he's already shown us that he ain't always the greatest defender.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
it's
Wemby
gonna
will
be
get his
interesting, man.
facts. Wemby will get his biggest rest when he gets to go up against Mitchell. When he gets
Yeah.
to go up against Mitchell, he doesn't have as much he has to contest. When he's
He ain't got
going,
guarded.
yeah, when he's
Yeah.
going up against Cat, that's when it'll be the same as going up against Chat, essentially.
Yeah. Mitchell hurt too, so we'll see how much that affect him. He have like a hand or a finger injury.
It is his
Not that
finger. He broke his pinky.
yeah, not that he gonna use it offensively very
Yeah,
much.
I was like, okay. Honestly,
Yeah.
it's like that's like saying
Yeah.
the kicker broke his finger. It's like,
Right.
all right,
It was probably the most insignificant injury
yeah,
announcement you will ever hear in an NBA
yeah.
Finals.
Yeah,
It's
you
like
want to alarm me? Tell me Bridges broke his finger. Then I'm like, oh, this is
right. Like
happening.
if Cat break his finger, then we like, damn, bro, Cat might be Cat like to shoot the ball, bro. Mitchell breaking his finger. If you'd asked me, I'd have thought his finger probably been broke. Like
Yeah, it's
all he
all
doing is catching alleys off of pick and rolls and like it ain't
exactly,
like it ain't.
exactly, and missing free throws anyway. Like it can't be any
Right.
worse. It can't be worse. So
Right.
I mean that's what it is. All right, cool. So I have a question. I have a question for you. So out of this whole playoff series run, just think about the playoffs. What was the biggest overreaction that we saw in the playoffs this year?
I think it just happened right now. Well, I don't know that it's because that don't really count. I was gonna say everybody calling for Chet to get traded. I think the biggest overreaction was probably the Celtics getting eliminated.
Okay. Yeah, that one carried on for a couple weeks, especially with Jaylen Brown.
Yeah.
Jaylen
I think
Brown
all the
shooting
noise
that.
around Jaylen Brown and like that team was really good, and I think we probably saw them going a little bit further than they did, but they was fighting an uphill battle. They had some pieces missing, and Tatum not being there. Whether I know y'all don't think Tatum number one, but him not being there, I think that was a rough one. I mean, what is it?
Yeah.
Or who was it? Orlando fired their coach.
Yeah, no, Orlando right out.
I think that was an overreaction. Like, why we firing him? I understand the context behind why he got fired, but like, do you have a better option at this point?
Right.
And if you're looking at on that, if San Antonio, OKC, and now I guess you could say New York, just out of respect, are the standard for what the new NBA champion look like. Orlando, you are miles away from that. Like as far as your
like you don't have those expectations,
bro. The audacity of y'all to be like,
around.
you know what, the coach, we gotta get him out of here. He just can't, bro.
Yeah.
Come on, dog. Like y'all got some roster turnover that y'all need to implement before y'all get.
Quite a bit.
Y'all ain't gave this man enough. Ain't no team in the NBA other than OKC when they fully healthy. And I guess, like I say, out of just respect for them being there, this New York team got enough in the tool bag right now to contend with San Antonio.
No,
so at this point, everybody needs to consider how they can move their pieces around, and you can't blame no coach right now because you can game plan with what you got as much as you want to. There is no game plan for a 7'8" alien that's controlling the paint.
Because then I would ask Orlando, it's like, what did you expect to come into this playoffs happening? Like, best case scenario, you thought you were gonna do what to Detroit?
Yeah, bro. You probably should just be happy you're here.
Yeah,
happy you got the invite, man. Like
honestly, because I mean, honestly, even them going up 3-1 when Detroit won that second game to make it to take it to a game 6, I was like,
Yeah.
oh, Detroit's gonna win this series. They're gonna come back and
Yeah.
win it. Like nobody thought Orlando had enough. Y'all were just really playing with house money. So to be playing with house money and then get put on punishment for spending the house money is a little crazy.
I'm gonna argue, and we probably didn't know it before the playoffs because, like, I don't think a lot of people knew how good San Antonio was, myself included. Like, if you'd have asked me, I'd have said, you know, Wemby is a dog, which we know, and Fox is a dog, which we know, and this Castle kid got potential, and then everything else, I'm kind of like, they all right. But looking at it now, you can look at OKC and San Antonio, that series that they just played, not to keep going back to them, because I know we're talking about something else, but you can look at that and say that was probably the biggest collection of NBA talent that you can possibly put on the floor at one time with two teams, right? Like, those two teams are so good that a team with LeBron James and Luka Doncic on it wouldn't have beat either one of them. Like that's how good those two teams are. So for me to look at a team like Orlando, who still got guys who ain't even figured out what position they play yet. Like, do we even know what Paulo is now? Like, we don't even know. We don't know what Paulo is. We don't know what Anthony Black is. We got Desmond Bain basically on a Memphis fire sale. Like we like how do you look at your coach and say he didn't get it done? Like
no, yeah. No, that's exactly right.
Especially like I say, and that's my theory around coaches. If you don't have a better option at play right now, which I don't know who Orlando next coach gonna be, but if you don't have a better coach at play right now, then why do you get rid of the guy you got? You know what I mean? Like it's gonna be some quit. Like to me, I thought that was unfair for him, and I'm not just saying that because he was a black head coach. I think it was just an unfair coaching. I think we treat coaches and players in the NBA like unfairly when it comes to like the timeline that we give them to get stuff done. Like even people talking about Chet need to get traded now. I'm like, bro, Giannis. If Giannis is on the table, then yeah, everybody's
right.
probably, you know what I'm saying. Everybody's probably a threat to get traded.
2019 that want to make a trade.
Right, yeah. Everybody want Giannis for whatever Milwaukee's probably asking right now. But aside from Giannis, bro, like why do you trade Chet just because he can't guard Wemby? Because you don't have anything out there that you're gonna get back that's gonna stop Wemby anyway.
I literally said that because I saw one that said they're talking about trading Chet for Evan Mobley. And I
don't know that makes a difference.
I said, cool, sure. Because, I mean, Evan Mobley has a Defensive Player of the Year award. Chet has been first team defense a couple times. I think they're kind of similar with what they do, but I don't think Evan Mobley can guard Wemby any better.
That don't make you that much better.
It doesn't. Like
at this point,
he'll get more than 4 points. He'll be a little more aggressive, but again, they're both, and Mobley's young too, but Chet's also young, and that's like there's a history there. There's a different history against Chet than there's with Mobley. So
like we not even giving Chet a chance for redemption.
Right, to get his
like we not giving Chet a chance to go lock himself in a weight room in a gym all summer and come back 30 pounds heavier next year and be like, okay, then we get the real rivalry that we want to see. Because I don't enjoy watching Wemby just dunk on Chet every time he feel like it. Like I like to see him do Wemby the same way sometimes.
Fight back.
You know what I'm saying? Like that wasn't entertaining to me. Like I don't want to. Like I'm like after a while it become like damn. Like bro, fight back. Like punch back, bro. Like
don't let it hit you like that.
Put your hands up, bro. It was like
being nice. You don't gotta hit him like that.
Bro, like, is your mom in the stands? Yeah. How she feel about this, bro? Like, after a while, I want to see Chet, like we gave MJ that. We wouldn't have got MJ if we thought like that.
That's exactly right.
You know what I'm saying? We wouldn't have got Giannis. Giannis got pushed around and came back and looked like he spent the summer in a Dragon Ball chamber. Like, we don't know what happened to Giannis. Like, that man came back and was ready to kill everything, bro. Right. Like, we gotta stop, like, throwing people away. Now, the James Harden, I understand. What is he, 36? Yeah. 30, whatever criticism you giving him right now for not showing up in the playoffs, I'm okay. But you don't do that to nobody that's 23 years old, 24 years old.
Just got off his rookie deal.
Yeah, like, come on, dog. What we doing, bro? Yeah,
no, that's bad. Well, my overreaction is going to be for the Cavs. I think that people overreacted a little bit to the New York series just because they were tired. It was obvious they were tired. They weren't getting back on defense. They weren't jumping on their shots. I was like, nah, these dudes, they fighting for their life right now. So that's just for the player side of it. And also the defense, I also feel like James Harden did take just a little bit of an unfair defensive shot because they're after like James Harden was supposed to guard Brunson.
Mm-hmm.
And prime James Harden, we wouldn't ask him to guard Brunson. So to try to put it on him now at 36, 37, whatever, that's now I do still think Kenny Atkinson. I'm ready to split from him because I don't like one. I feel like he already lost the team. Two, I feel like he doesn't do well with making adjustments during the game or game two. Yeah. So I'm good with splitting from him and seeing what we can do or where we can move on from there.
The first point you made is the only point that matters, and it looked like Cleveland gave up on him. Like it looked like the whole team gave up. So if you get to that point, then yeah, it's probably time to move on from the head coach. But like to go back to Orlando, I didn't feel like the team gave up. I just feel like they just ain't good enough. Like they just ain't that good.
Yeah,
facts. Like, they just ain't got enough, bro.
Yeah, no, like, and you know if you play sports, you know even if you play pickup, you know when you don't have enough. Like there's a point where you see the other team do something that where you're like,
we ain't got nothing for that.
we can do with it, bro. Like we just gonna do the best we can with what we have. But
these next 2-3 trips down the court, we gonna swing as hard as we can. If we don't put a dent in this, then hey man, let's start worrying about next year, bro.
Hey, listen. What's the game plan for next year? What we building on? What we looking at in free agency?
That was Orlando. Cleveland looked like that last game. Everybody was like, obviously Harden is the scapegoat, right? Because that's what we do. We scapegoat people. But bro, it looked like that whole team just said, you know what? Maybe they was blaming him too. I don't know what the climate in that locker room is, but it looked like the whole team decided to just not play, bro. So the way New York came out firing at the beginning of that game, bro, ain't no way New York that good.
I was bro. I was cooking, right? I'm in the kitchen cooking or whatever, making a steak. I'm just doing that, and then I peeked over at the game. Donovan Mitchell came out hot, 3, hit another 3, and Cleveland was up by like 9. By the time I finished putting some seasoning on that steak, I said, "Why are we down 1?" I said, "They're good," and then from there, everybody was like, the whole team was like, "Hey, we're good. We just want to make it to the off season with no injuries."
Bro, I saw OG start walking into wide open 3-pointers, bro.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, they don't want to play, bro. Because he banged up. Like, he wasn't even 100% that series. Like, you should be, like, he blood in the water. You know what I'm saying, though? He can't be the guy that kill you. Like, you know
Josh Hart was doing fadeaway jumpers.
Bro, Mitchell caught 3 alleys.
Like when the other team just starts trying stuff, that's when you know, like, bro, we're done. Like just to be like, let me see something real quick.
I think I saw Mitchell score like 6 points in a quarter, bro. I don't know that I've ever seen that. Yeah, I don't watch New York enough to say that he'd never do it, but I've never seen him do that.
It's a rarity.
I've never saw it do it. I've never seen him do that, bro. He started putting up like Blake Griffin type plays. Like I was like, what's going on? Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah.
They quit. They for sure quit on the coach, and they were just ready to go home. They're already in Cleveland, so once you pack, you could just go to your crib. So
that's why what San like, and I don't want to keep blowing back to San Antonio, but bro, that's why like that having that we feeding off each other, that brotherhood energy is important, bro. Like Cleveland clearly don't got that. Like they look like a bunch of people just hooping together.
I can agree with that.
Right.
I can agree. Honestly, I hate to say it because I'm from there, but it's the truth.
Yeah.
Okay, so question: if you were the commissioner of the NBA, what change would you make in the offseason?
Man, I'm gonna sound like an old head. I don't like the replay rule in the offseason, in the regular season
at all.
I don't like it.
Really?
I'm not a fan, bro. I don't, bro. I don't like every time a foul occurs or we got a 50-50 ball or 50-50 call, we got everybody on the court doing this and we got to stop and Tony Brothers got to look at the screen and I'm not a fan of that. I think we need to take that out. Or you keep it in, because I don't even know exactly how it works. Is it that the teams can call for it, right? Like they can request it.
So it's kind of like the NFL's with the challenge play. If you win, if you call for the challenge and you win, you get to keep it. So you get to have a challenge later in the game. Mm-hmm. But if you call for the challenge and you lose that challenge and the timeout.
I think otherwise I'm okay. I'm okay with the format. I think maybe you add the play-in was working out. I think the play-in is good. I'm not finding nothing wrong with the play-in right now. I like the play-in. I don't like the mid-season tournament.
I don't either. I don't even
Not a
pay
fan.
to it for real.
I'm not a fan. I don't even know why. What are we celebrating? What are we celebrating?
It's just a thing.
Yeah, and it's not translating into any success in the postseason.
Nobody. I mean, so New York and the Spurs, I think they were both in the play-in. I mean, not the play-in, the mid-season tournament. I think they were the last two teams in it.
Yeah,
But that's what's
but
up.
that's because they good basketball teams. It's not like they was. It's not like they was trying to get to that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, we gonna
It
win
was
these
just on the
games.
schedule.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
on the
Just the
schedule. Like
games on the
we're
schedule.
trying to like they. I'm pretty sure New York and maybe San Antonio now. Although we probably would have laughed, but they all was like, yeah, we contended for a title this year. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
like San
So
Antonio's not gonna hang that banner.
nah,
Like,
we knew one. We knew once San Antonio beat OKC twice that they was like, okay, we contend. They contended now. You know
yeah,
what
they
I'm saying?
different. They
Yeah.
different.
So, but yeah, I'm not a super huge fan of that. The play in is okay. The play in gets you basketball on like consecutive nights, which I'm always a fan
Yeah.
of. I'm cool with that. I
That
love
part
that.
I'm not mad. Yeah, and the play was actually alright this year. Because
Yeah.
that Charlotte game was tough. It was Charlotte versus Miami. That
Yeah.
was a good game. So
Yeah.
I'm not mad at that.
Although we all knew at the time they wasn't playing for nothing.
No,
Like
fact,
y'all like
fact.
that.
It was just
Right.
entertaining. Like two teams fighting that weren't really playing for nothing except for to get in the
Sacrificial
playoffs.
lamb, right? Like I
Exactly.
think didn't Orlando make it out of the play-in games?
Yeah.
And they still was like, nah, we need more. Like, bro, that clearly tells you that team got some kind of fight. Cause
No,
like
fact.
he could have
No.
went the other way. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't
So if I'm the commissioner, I'm technicals. Technicals for flopping. I want that to be a real thing. And I mean the type of technicals to where you call it and then it adds up towards your technical total for the season or technical total for the playoffs. Because like if refs always go back, or at least this is what they say. They say refs go back and they watch the game. So if a ref does a bad job or they miss calls, the coach is gonna say something. You'll say something in the post conference and you get fined for it or whatever, and da da da. You can talk to the league, so on and so forth. The flops have gotten egregiously crazy. So just to stop the flops, if you flop, and you know what, I wouldn't mind making the flops challengeable. If you want to challenge the flop, like so you're like, on the next time you call timeout, he flops, and then this person is like, yes, he flopped. We're gonna also assess the technical on that. So you get the foul, the tech, they get to shoot, and they get the rock.
So you don't
The,
like Shea.
it's not just Shea though. It's not just Shea. I saw Lou Dort elbow. No, not Lou Dort. It was what's light skinned homie from Philly. He went from Philly to. He went from Philly. He got traded in the midseason from Philly to
McCain?
McCain.
Yeah.
I saw McCain elbow a Spurs player in the throat and then go past him and then stop and flop in order to get the foul call after he elbows someone in the throat on the same play. Man, if I'm the coach, timeout, run that back, give that man a technical, and let me get the ball back so I can go ahead and we can score some more buckets. Because that's absolutely insane. The madness has to stop. Who? Like
Do
I
we
don't mind
gotta
being like,
do we
hey, he
gotta
fouled me. Or,
do we have to punish the whole league though for the actions of a few?
yeah, because you know why? Because we all have to get
Yeah, yeah.
we
Everybody must
all
die.
have to get look, we all have to get car insurance for a couple people who don't know how to drive.
It's a
We
good
all have to
analogy.
get car insurance for that. I don't get in car
What?
accidents, thank God. I know a lot of other people who don't get in car accidents, but because some jerk wants to drink and then go out there and drive and hit somebody, now we all got to get insurance.
This is true.
So
True. Yeah, man. I don't know. I don't know that flopping is so widespread that like we need to start giving people text for it. But I'm not against people like because I don't think it'll. I think it's only gonna hurt a few people. So like, I'm fine with them doing it. Like it's not gonna change. It's not gonna change. Let me see. What if I had to put a percentage on it? I would say 90% of the people in the league ain't gonna be affected by that. But
and
yeah,
good for them.
yeah,
90% of cars don't get hit. So good for them. And then because when I watched that game 7 with the Spurs on OKC, like that was an enjoyable game to watch. Not just because the Spurs won and I picked them, but because watching Shea hoop, he hooped in that game 7. I know
he
fourth
can
quarter.
play. That's the thing. Like I don't
Yeah,
even
fourth quarter
know
he
why
ran out
he.
of gas. Fourth quarter he
Yeah.
for sure ran out of gas. But But those first 3 quarters, I think he probably flopped once, maybe twice max. So with the way that he was just like, I don't have time to hope the ref calls it. I just gotta go out here and hoop. I was like, if you hoop like this all the time, I'm not saying nothing. We're good. But it's when you go out there and start doing all the extra antics and stuff. It's like, come on, bro. You're too good for that.
He be doing a lot, and like he don't need to do it. To your point, like he good enough to play the game, and yeah, I think this year it probably gonna hit a little different this year because now I feel like it's costing. It might have cost Wemby the MVP.
Mm.
I think if they revisit the MVP award, they probably looking like, man, like I don't know, this dude we gave MVP to, man, he's now. I mean, I think Jason Williams probably said what a lot of people was thinking. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like this dude is kind of compromising the integrity of the game. Like he don't like the fact that like, bro, you always on the ground, bro. Like why? Why are you always
Yeah.
on the ground? Why are you
Yeah.
like this?
Yeah. They call it
Why are you
unethical
like this?
basketball.
And he practice. He got to be practicing it because he good at it.
He's great at it.
Like he's really good at it, bro. Like
I think the entire team practices it though.
I think it's crazy that he can make shots at the clip that he making them while like also faking a foul.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
probably one of the biggest head scratching.
Going to practice
Head
doing
scratch.
this is crazy. And making it.
Yeah, yeah, it's
Yeah.
crazy.
I have to make 10 of these before I leave.
Yeah, it's like his game is. We got a lot of people in the league that have unorthodox games, like him. Like Jokic is another like head scratcher. Like none of us know how Jokic score 40 points a game.
Do not.
Like you can't, bro.
It's slow.
He's slow. He unathletic. He
Yeah.
don't look that strong. Like, but he scoring 40 points a
The
game,
ball
right? Shea to me is probably the second biggest head scratch in the NBA. Because brother, how are you making all these shots and falling down faking a foul at the same time?
That's
It's
why
kind
he
of like
ran out of energy in the fourth quarter. He did all
it's
that
kind of
falling all year.
bro. It's kind of like people were saying about your boy from Ohio State that ran the 40. They was like he's slow, and I'm like, yeah, but he always open. Something ain't right.
Yeah.
Like how was
Yeah.
he?
Couldn't
How was he that open and that slow? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like one of the biggest mysteries in sports, bro. We'll never know. We'll never know why Shay. I'm like, Shay, are you in the gym just like falling down shooting jumpers, bro? Like, who got time for this?
Has to be. I'm gonna stay after practice to get a couple extra reps.
Yeah. And making them though, like that's the
Yeah.
thing. Like he's not missing them; he's making the shots. So I don't know, man. Like if they do that, he gonna be the biggest victim of that. But do you want to start doing that to somebody who may or may not be the face of the league? I know we talk about player A being the face of the league and player B being the first of the league. I think the NBA likes having multiple faces of the league because the NBA is it's a global game now, right? So
Right.
you gotta touch so many different corners of the world with your brand. So I don't think they mind having Shea as one of the faces of the league.
Yeah.
Like, do we want to start like teching this dude because he fall down?
So I think all it will do is cause him to hoop. He'll just hoop straight up. And then once he starts hooping straight up, he becomes more likable, just from a hooping standpoint. And you won't like him because OKC's good, not because OKC's doing a whole bunch of antics. So hating the team because they're good and you want your team to win, that's way more palatable than being like, I don't like you because you winning and you doing some weak stuff on the way to getting these wins.
Yeah, and you out here basically breaking the system.
Yeah, it's the reason why the Detroit Pistons didn't get a lot of love like that in the late '80s.
Yeah,
because like y'all elbowing people in the temple going up for a layup. like yes, you won the finals, but however, like we're not gonna teach this.
How do y'all live with y'all self?
Yeah, like concussions shouldn't be a part of sporting basketball.
Bruh.
Like,
yeah, they gotta be the most hated collection of people from the '80s, bro. Like the overall the Detroit Pistons
have to be like Isaiah Thomas. As long as I can remember, has gone on nothing but a tour of, okay, I understand y'all hate us. However, Michael Jordan, let's be mad at him. He kept me out the Olympics. Bro, y'all tried to put this man in the hospital several times. Like that was the game plan on defense.
Bro, we don't know that they didn't like really hurt that man. It ain't like people was out there reporting the injuries. You know what I'm saying? Like
it was a different time for sure.
Yeah, he probably was going home, waking up with blood on his pillow every morning. We'll never know.
Nah, man, he's out there looking like Creed.
He'll be like, yeah, just part of the game. I'll figure it out. Like, nah, bro, you don't gotta live like that, bro. Like,
we want better for you, bro. Don't worry, we're gonna fix it.
You don't deserve this.
Yeah, it's just basketball, man. It's
It's
just
just
basketball.
basketball. Go home to
Like,
your family, man.
right.
Like Pippen walking by the shower and Mike in there just peeing blood.
Yeah.
Like,
Like
you
getting
good, bro?
CTE from
Yeah.
basketball should not be a thing.
Shaking and shit on the bus. It's like, like I'm like, no, bro. Not cool. Keep your hands to yourself.
Yeah, like
I don't ever want to see that in the NBA again. Everybody, man, this game is soft, bro. No, that other game was just overly aggressive. It ain't
no,
soft.
that's why like the early 2000s, like the early 2000s to like the mid like to about 20 like 2008, that was like a cool amount of physicality.
Mm-hmm.
To about 2010, that's a cool amount of physicality mixed with all right, but we are hooping. Like it
Yeah.
was like to the point to where like all right, you're gonna get a hard foul, but that foul's not gonna be to the point where you're gonna be like, hey, yo, do we need to bring some wheelchairs in the stretcher? It's
Yeah.
like that. So like you're not being pulled out the air, but like someone might hit you with an elbow and you might be like Doug Christie and Kobe and be like, hey, we're gonna fight right here on the court.
It was a bunch of people trying to figure out how to adjust to the game they grew up watching.
Yeah.
Like AI knew he had to play a certain kind of way because of what like he grew up watching. Like he was like, bro, I gotta be faster than y'all. I gotta get to my spot before y'all get me. Like Bron, you know, Bron used to tuck the ball a lot when he was coming. Like
Derrick
Bron's
Rose
6'9",
too.
yeah, Bron's 6'9". Derrick Rose was like strong. Derrick Rose was a strong dude. Like they getting in the lane and they like covering the ball up like they Saquon Barkley. Like they.
Yeah.
Because they was preparing for what they knew, what they thought was going to happen. Luckily for them, they didn't get it as bad as some people before them. Also, you probably hurting yourself trying to foul Bron the way they was fouling MJ. But,
Yeah. Nah, that was crazy. Like I recently watched some highlights of how they were pulling Jordan out the air. I'm like, yo, in today's game, the amount of fines and flagrants that would be called, like none of this
bro,
would be able to fly.
it was absolutely unnecessary, though. They didn't need to do all that, bro.
Like
I'm glad they did, but I guess, I don't know. Yeah, bro, I ain't feel like they needed to do all that, bro. They was doing too much. Why y'all
that's
out here? Why y'all out here clotheslining people in the
like
NBA?
for facts. Like we don't know how good some of these players could have been if they didn't have to fear for their safety while they hoop. Like Larry Bird's career was cut short because he had the back injuries. Because you know you hit Larry Bird and stuff like that the same way you hitting all the other great players. Larry Bird
Yeah.
might have been able to have another 18 years on his career if he wasn't out here getting jumped.
Bro, some of them dudes some of them dudes, if you really watch them, not even playing basketball. Like they're not even playing basketball, bro. Like they out there like some of these dudes wouldn't have jobs. We think Draymond is bad. Like Draymond ain't even that bad. He just bad for the game today. Like
Yeah,
they had people who was way worse than him.
facts.
Way worse than
I've
him.
never heard, and you could tell me if you know something different. I've never heard anybody talk about Charles Oakley for his basketball. All I
Nah.
ever heard about Charles Oakley, he's an enforcer, and if you hit Jordan, he gonna put some hands on you. That's all I
Bro,
ever heard.
franchises was drafting people like Charles Oakley in the first round.
Like,
Bro, how wild is that, bro?
bro, drafting Deontay Wilder to be like, hey, I don't have any basketball experience. You don't need it. You're here to protect him. Cool. I could do that.
You out here drafting people like the Pistons drafting people that the Lions should have been drafting, bro.
No, facts. No, that
With
is amazing.
first round picks. Like,
Take him high. Because we don't want him to go to the other team. Now we getting beat up again. We need someone with some hands on our team.
brother, ain't no way, bro. Look, Rick Mahorn, bro. Second round, 35th overall pick in 1980, bro. Rick Mahorn was 6'10", 270, and averaged 0.8 points a game, bro. Like,
I've never heard anybody say Rick Mahorn could really do this on the court very well. What I
he was
heard though,
almost a he was almost a first round pick. He was knocking on the door of the first round, bro.
bruh, the only thing I heard about Rick Mahorn is that he didn't play.
He
All
want to
right.
hurt people.
He gonna knock you off the air. He kept it real physical. Like,
Rick Mahorn don't
hey,
play. You don't.
yeah. Like even when you watch clips from back then, like you would see Isaiah Thomas come in, somebody else hit him with an elbow in the head. Then who was that? Carmelo elbow Isaiah Thomas in the head, and Kenyon Martin got the lick back years later.
Bro, John Sally was a lottery pick. He was a
Bruh.
lottery pick, bro.
Bruh.
If the Pistons would have drafted basketball players instead of defensive linemen,
they would have went on a real run.
They might be what the Celtics is, bro.
Man, and that's why when people are like anytime I hear like Isaiah Thomas or some of the older guys talk about Steph wouldn't be able to play back then, it has nothing to do with how good Steph is at basketball. No. Nothing. Steph had bad ankles when he came into the league. If they knew he had bad ankles coming into the league and Steph had to play then, he just wouldn't have ankles.
Steph would not have lasted 5 years for that fact. They'd have been like, "Oh, his ankles hurt. Oh, this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm doing.
If he's gonna be walking, it's not gonna be here.
I'm stepping on these. I'm stepping on these ankles every time he walked through here.
Man, doing the layup lines. Go over there and kick him.
Like, bro, even like the body types of some of them people, bro. Bro, what is Anthony Mason, bro? What eye test is he passing, bro? That man look like the heavyweight champion of the world.
No,
he don't look like your franchise power forward.
No, you are completely right about that.
Like, you got him and Charles Oakley on the same team. That's overkill.
Just people who can squab. That's it.
That's overkill.
Give me some people who can squab. We need a couple hoopers just so we can actually win the game, and then we need the dudes who can protect them. We got to get our old line.
I don't care how good they rebound. I don't need no rebound that bad, bro. Like, but I'm putting Xavier McDaniel, Anthony Mason, and Charles Oakley on the same team, bro. That's overkill. You trying to hurt people, bro. Remember them Davis boys from Indiana?
Yes. Dale Davis and
Antonio Davis.
Antonio, yeah.
Bro, that looked like Daniil Hunter and Will Anderson in the front court, bro. That's what that looked like.
Yeah.
They not trying to play basketball. They
no interest. I'm not here to hoop. Like, if I score, cool. That's what's up. That's what's up.
I didn't say nothing about basketball. That's not why I'm here.
Listen.
I didn't say nothing about basketball.
Yeah, so that was the biggest trade off. I'm not saying that we don't know how good some of these guys would have been if they didn't have to go through that. Like, if they didn't have to fight through that and they were able to just hoop freely, without playing like you in jail.
Without worrying about their careers being ended on any single play.
Yeah, like, I'm sure some of these guys were like, I would like to do a layup. I would love to get to the paint, but I also want to have my face when I leave. So,
Bro, that was that era of, if you was a little guard in that era and you played like 10 years, you had to been one of the toughest people ever to come out of your city or your school or wherever you was from, bro. Like,
you were an all-star a couple times. You were an all-American guard, and
like you had to been one of them guys, bro. Like, for you to be a like Mark Price, right? Like, for him to be able to last as long as he did in the NBA, Steve Kerr. You know what I mean? Like, they had to been like really tough guys, bro.
Man, listen. Yeah, no, honestly, because Steve Kerr took a punch during practice and then kept practicing.
Right, came back to work the next day.
Like, Jordan Poole got socked out, and that disrupted the whole team's chemistry. People got to be traded.
You got to be traded.
That's why Steve Kerr was like, "Yo, why is this a big deal? I thought we all got it." What you mean? Everybody
thought Steve Kerr was being a jerk. He was like, "No, I mean, like, I don't really see what the deal is here, man. Like, we're overblowing, like, we're blowing his way out of proportion, people.
Guys,
like, everybody needs to relax.
Sometimes people get punched. Sometimes people get punched. I don't know what
Jordan Poole had to get traded.
Bruh, they had to send that man out of there.
Go away, you're done.
Walking around with a black eye. Everybody knows Jordan hit him. He's like, hey, man, we talked about it. We good. Let's go hoop. Jordan Poole gets hit. Gotta trade this man immediately. We can't play like this. Talked about it for at least the next year. The next year, still talked about.
That can't be the only time Jordan hit that man.
He was too comfortable.
He probably threatened him before. Like, listen, Steve.
Yeah.
And we probably know he called him something else. But listen, you gonna keep playing with me and I'm gonna show you. Like, Jordan didn't just come to practice one day drunk and just beat up Steve Kerr. Like, that, it was some build up. I want to know about the build up. They ain't talking about that in that documentary.
Listen, no, that was some crazy times.
Yeah.
That was great. The 70s, 80s, and 90s of basketball, that was a crazy world.
Yeah, if we call it basketball.
They started cleaning it up in the 90s because they were like, all right, guys, for real. And by the 2000s, they were like, David Stern really put his foot down, and he was like, all right, no more of this at all.
They came with the dress code, man. They was
Yes.
like, man, it's the clothes. The clothes got them tripping with each other.
Yeah, man.
We gotta switch the dress code, man.
Allen Iverson, man, on AI, he got everybody shook off of that one.
Yeah.
Hey, so tell me this. Back to the finals, real quick. Who has the most to gain from this finals?
The city of New York, easily. San Antonio, we could probably say San Antonio gonna be there again at some point.
Yeah.
Like New York better take advantage of this window right now, cause like Boston ain't gonna get worse. Like they gonna try to get better. I don't know what they gonna do with Jalen, but they gonna try to get better.
Right.
Detroit was ahead of schedule too, so they not necessarily going anywhere. Cleveland, we don't know what they gonna do as far as coaching. Like the East is wide open, but not as wide open in the sense that like the East could be like anybody could get back there. Everybody in the West is looking up at two teams,
Right.
but the East got, I think, probably a half dozen teams who could be in the same position New York in a year from now.
I agree with that.
So they got their window right now. They better make it happen. If they gonna do it, they gotta do it now.
No,
What I'm curious of is to kind of to your point is San Antonio wins this title, then are we seeing the beginning of a dynasty, or do we see a team that can never live up to its expectations again, or they lose this series? Does that create the monster that we really want? You know what I mean? Either way, I think they get back, but I don't know. I'd like to see how San Antonio reacts to, like, I think they're gonna win it in 6, but ultimately, I think if they lose this series, then we gonna see. That's gonna be a transformative moment for that everybody on that team. Like that team might run off 3-4 in a row after that. You know what I mean? I don't know.
That's super interesting. Just to that point, I think overall, yes, the city of New York has the most to gain. Like, if you know anybody from New York loves New York. Mm-hmm. Like, New York loves New York almost at a different level. Like, there's a couple cities around the U.S. where it's like, if you're from there, you love it differently. Like, New York's like that, Cleveland's like that, Detroit's like that, Houston's like that for sure, L.A. is like that. So there's a couple cities around the country that are like that, where it's like, if you're from there, you're going to talk about being from there. So for New York, that would be absolutely huge. But just to the point that you made, I think that also for the actual team, it's bigger for them because it solidifies them in the history of New York all time. For San Antonio, the only thing that they have to gain is it could potentially start a dynasty, which is big within itself. They're following in the footsteps. They're creating a new path post pop, quote unquote. Even though he's still in the area, he's still within arm's reach of them. But for New York, just on a basketball level, because we still call New York like the Mecca and like the top of basketball and from old days, and just the respect New York gets, I think that basketball wise, it would be huge for New York. But just to flip to the San Antonio side, I think that if San Antonio wins this year, that would be super dope, good, so on and so forth. I think next year would really mean more if they could win back to back than just winning this year. Because one thing that has stayed true is winning back to back championships is tough. Winning one, you can do that. Winning back to back, you end up facing with injuries, fatigue, a little bit of arrogance or cockiness. So being able for everybody to stay on the same page and running through that West Gauntlet of OKC, if Houston gets their act together, Denver with Jokic, if they could find a way to win back to back, that would be what would be huge for San Antonio. So that would be more the story for next year. But just for right here, right now, I'm with you in New York.
Yeah, the old head in me feels like San Antonio is too young to be this good already, and I worry about them like having too much success early on. Because the thing is, even as a Rockets fan, I'm a basketball fan first, but as a Rockets fan, like I think San Antonio becoming a dynasty is good for the game. I think anytime you have a dynasty in place, it's always good for the game. I like parity, but I'm also I'm like you, like we just watched basically 4 players dominate the NBA finals for 20 something years.
Right.
And like after a while I got tired of seeing Kobe, Bron, Duncan, You know what I'm saying? Or
Yeah.
MJ, any combination of one of them in the
Yeah.
finals for like 20 something straight years. It was
Right.
Jordan, Duncan, Bron, or Kobe, right? So I
Yeah.
like the way the new NBA is structuring itself. We're like, okay, we know this year we're going to have a new champion. Obviously, we got two black head coaches. At least I think Mitch is black. He half black.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like I like that. I like everything about this finals. I do worry about San Antonio being too good, too young, and like not giving us the dynasty that I think the game needs. Like I think we need a dynasty. Like love them or hate them, the Golden State Warriors was good for the game. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? We got some crazy performances out of Bron because of that. We got the KD saga out of that. Steph Curry revolutionized the point guard position again. We've seen that position change so many damn times over the past 20, 35 years. Like Steph Curry
Kawhi got to
revolution.
solidify himself.
Yeah, Kawhi. Yeah, Kawhi found the way to win one by itself. Like there were
Yeah.
so many good storylines that came out of Golden State being a dynasty, right?
Yeah.
So like having a dynasty is good for the game, and I don't think that's New York. I don't think they have what it takes to put up the longevity it takes to be a dynasty. But this Spurs team looks like, and I just hope they embrace that. You know what I'm saying? Because I think that's gonna be cool. And if everybody else is lucky enough, if like Houston is lucky enough, maybe we squeeze in there and get one. I doubt it, but you know that's my hope. That's my hope as a fan. You know,
No,
but
I mean, because yes, Dynasty is actually great for basketball because it gives the team that if you're for that team, you get to always talk your trash when you talk about your team. If you
yeah,
have a good team on the opposing side, it always gives you a crown to shoot for. You know what I mean? Like as a Cavs fan, I would always be able to look at the Warriors and say, all right, yeah, no, they got this, but they know they're gonna have to see us again, so we'll be able to run it back, whatever.
right, right,
So you always get that, and then even within dynasties, there's always going to be a little pocket somewhere in there because of injuries, trades, whatever. There's always going to be a pocket where you have a surprise team that will come out of nowhere to steal a championship. Like we saw Jordan 3-peat, then we got that small pocket where Houston went back to back. Then we saw Jordan 3-peat again. Before that, we had the Lakers dynasty, then followed by the Celtics dynasty. But then we had that small pocket in there where Detroit was able to sneak in and get their two championships out of there.
right. Now that's always good. Like I say, I like parody. I like seeing a lot of different people show up, but also I'm always both of these two teams, they ain't really got nobody I dislike on either one of these teams. There's a lot of people to root for in these teams. If Jalen Brunson wouldn't wear a New York jersey, I'd be a lot more vocal about my support for him because I always admire like the little guy, right?
Yeah,
And then you see clips of him working on his game like in a park. You know what I mean?
right.
It's almost kind of like the opposite of Steph Curry. Like we saw Steph Curry grow up in a NBA
Yeah,
locker room, like in an NBA arena. But you see like Jalen Brunson like outside in a park, like, and he don't even look like he's enjoying working out, which is cool too. But we see where he even now when he play, he don't look like he having fun, but like he's out there, right?
like
Like
he's working. He's at work.
yeah, then he doing it with two of his college teammates on the team. You know what I'm saying? Like there's really nothing to hate about anybody on that New York team. You like Alvarado, he's scrappy. The cat, I just want to hear Cat post game interviews. Like I just want to hear him speak. Like the
Right.
content we'll get what the content we get out of that, and then you shift over to San Antonio. Man, there's nothing to hate about none of them guys. They got like Harrison Barnes getting to see him play in another finals and possibly get
Right.
another ring. De'Aaron Fox is he a low key superstar. Like he stayed down and didn't really make a whole lot of. He wasn't like a nuisance in Sacramento or
Right.
anything. And you know what I mean? Like he's grounded and like see him being able to contend for a championship is really cool. Like it's gonna be an exciting finals. It's gonna be good to see either one of these teams win. I ain't got a dog in the fight, so I'm always enjoying that seat. Kind of just being able to sit back and watch the game and not
Not
worry
having
about
the
it.
pressure.
Yeah. Like whoever win. You know what I'm saying? But I do like this being the dawn of a Spurs era. You know what I mean? 10 years ago, I probably would have never said that as a Houston fan. But at
But
this
you know
point,
what?
at this point,
Growth.
bro, it is what it is.
That's
You know what I'm
growth.
saying? We ain't getting out our own way. I can't blame them. I can't blame the Spurs. They did everything right.
Yeah.
I saw a graphic that I was gonna share with you today. It looked like this team is constructed exactly like their championship team.
Yeah.
Like you got to respect a team that can do that. You know what I mean? They had Tim Duncan and Wemby. They was like both of them got a cheat code big. De'Aaron Fox and Tony Parker, speedy guard. They both got shifty lefties and Dylan Harper and Ginobili. They both got two-way demons and Kawhi and Castle. Then they both got shooters and like Danny Green and Vassell or Champagne, which either one you can flip either one of them out. So, man, for them to have they got a formula, bro. So respect
And
to it.
the Spurs are
Respect
on the
to it.
same road that they from the time that they won in '99, where they went through Portland and all those squads. So that's crazy too. All right, so that's it for the play. That's it for our championship edition. Real quick, we're gonna talk about this more in the next pod, but I just want to touch on it because I've been getting a lot of texts and calls about it. Yes, Myles Garrett. Listen, he said he's always a Brown, which of course we know when he retires, he's gonna retire in a Brown uniform no matter
That's
what.
what he's supposed to say.
Well, he's gonna retire in the Brown. He has so many records in the Browns uniform that it's gonna be hard. But Rams, you got to win in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So one of my boys, my homie Calvin, he's a big Rams fan. I mean, a big, like, he's been rocking with him since St. Louis, right? Because Marshall Faulk was his favorite player.
Yeah.
So I told him if the Rams don't win the Super Bowl this year, it's going to be equivalent to when Braun them didn't win the championship in 2011. With how much they've done and how many who's who they bought in, this is the first time in the history where the reigning Defensive Player of the Year and MVP are on the same team, and they went out and they got I'm drawing a blank, the DB from the Chiefs. They got him. They got Devontae Adams. They got Puka. Like, you got Williams. Like, they got all the talent that you need on the team. So if they don't figure it out this year, it's a failure.
Absolutely. They should win that division fairly easily. I think the Niners are probably on a little bit of a decline. The Cardinals still don't have a quarterback in place. Seattle just got rid of they run game essentially.
Mm-hmm.
Like they should win this pretty easily, bro. Like I don't see anybody being in their way. Jared Verse was really good. Like there's only about 4 or 5 people you bringing in that's an upgrade from Jared Verse, and they got the biggest possible upgrade for him. So yeah, they gonna be solid, man. I know they looking forward to kicking this off and getting ready to go, but I didn't like me personally, and I don't watch enough Myles Garrett content to make this statement probably, but I never thought he was the kind of dude that would like ring chase. I thought he just was kind of like this kind of super talented weirdo that just like loves being outside playing in the grass. So he was cool being in Cleveland. I'm interested to see how he responds to being in a situation where he got a chance to get a championship.
Yeah.
I think that's a little bit scary. You know, like that's a little bit like because I don't. You could be. We could all say, hey, be PC about it and say, hey, man, he was super humble. He was playing hard. We know Myles Garrett was playing hard.
Yeah.
Like even when there was nothing to play for.
Right.
But he ain't stupid. Like he now knows he has something to play for, and what's at stake. I gotta think he got another level he could go to. Like they're not bringing him in to just like fill a spot. Like if he don't, I'd be surprised if he don't lead the league in sacks again. He might break his own record.
I think he will. Honestly, I think it was.
The quarterback play in that division is not the best.
Oh, it's poo cheese.
Yeah, like so with that being said, like you now go from trying to figure out how you gonna sack Lamar Jackson, which is super hard, to how you gonna sack whatever Arizona throwing out there, and Sam Darnold, who's a statue, and like whatever
Brock
sacks
Purdy.
he's whatever, and Brock Purdy, who like really doesn't have very much to throw the ball to, because a lot of the sacks isn't like him being able to beat a lineman at the point of attack. It's like, does the quarterback hold the ball too long? What is the back end doing? Are they good defensively on the back end too? So like I think this dude might break his own record this year, man. Like they scary. The Rams are scary. You know the last time they did this was when they brought in Dominic Sue in. Yeah, we saw.
The cryptic texts are out there. Aaron Darnold keeps posting videos of himself working out and acting like he's about to come back. I think that he's going to come back. It's given the same vibe as when it was DeMarcus Ware and Von Miller. It's given that type of vibe.
Yeah.
Part of me is like, I want Myles Garrett to have all the success. I have no ill will against him. He did a lot for the city. He was great for the city. the greatest Cleveland, one of the greatest Cleveland Browns ever. You have Joe Thomas, and you still have Jim Brown as well. So
Jim
those
Brown.
are So those are the three pillars of the Browns organization right there. But I have no ill will towards him. I want him to see some success before he retires and goes to get his gold jacket. However, I also don't want the Rams to win. I don't know why, but something about them just pisses me off. I don't know what it is.
The Rams got a lot of guys. They like the Knicks and the Spurs. They got a lot of guys who like it's hard to hate them.
Yeah.
I don't mind seeing Devontae Adams get a ring. Like I
If
don't
they were
mind
in,
seeing that.
I feel like if they were still in St. Louis, I'd be like, I think it's something about them being in LA that I'm like, no, y'all can't have it all. You
I like
can't
McVay
whether
too. Like I like McVay. McVay, he one of them guys. I ain't got. I'm not against them winning the ring. I like Puka. I
you
like
got
his
the
story.
weather, the beach, and the team. Come on now.
Hey man.
Come on, man.
Hey man, that ain't their fault, man. They got a collection of players right now that on paper it look like a Super Bowl team.
They have a collection of players on paper that looks like they should be able to do what the Patriots fell short of doing against the Giants and have that undefeated run in the regular season, then playoffs on the way to the Super Bowl. If Matt Stafford is who we think Matt Stafford is, and he just came off the MVP year, there's not a lot of excuses.
If Puka gets better, which I think he will, and they can just sustain the run game, they ain't gonna have no problem winning football games, bro. They ain't gonna have no problem winning football. That defense gonna win some games for them. It's crazy to think they just got rid of a 2-time All-Pro and like they got better somehow.
If there was a level above All Pro, that's what Miles Garrett would be.
Yeah.
If it was All Pro and then da da da, he would be the da da da. That's.
Aaron Donald ain't working out like that because he need to be able to play with his kids either. I don't think that's crazy at all if he show up. Like, I don't think it's
Ain't
crazy.
enough tag in the world to work out like that.
Right. Like, bro, what you working out for? He almost killed Jerry Verse. I saw, like, what was it? Damn, I'm drawing a blank, bro. What was the show where they go to training
Hard
camp?
Knocks?
On Hard Knocks, bro. Like, that man walked into camp and Jerry Verse started hiding from him. He was like, that man tried to kill me. And he told, like, Aaron Donald's wife was laughing. He was like, I told you to call the police because he wouldn't let me leave and you thought I was playing. Like, bro, Aaron Donald still got something in him, bro. Like, if he come back, yeah, you can go ahead and book that. Where's the Super Bowl at this year? Because they going to be there.
Is it in Vegas this year?
Yeah, go on book that one, bro. Go on book. That is your NFC representative right there. That is your NFC representative.
Super Bowl's in Cali.
Yeah, they didn't even have a. They
It's
didn't
in
have.
Inglewood.
Yeah, they gonna be at home too. Oh yeah, they went. This was probably well calculated right here.
The last one they won was in Cali too, right?
Probably, I believe so.
When they beat the Bengals, I think that was in Cali.
I know the halftime show was Dre and Mary J and 50.
Yeah,
That was the last Cali. Was that Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Yeah, they know what they doing, bro. That's your NFC representative right there. That's your NFC.
Well, at least Ohio State's gonna win the national championship. Yo, it's been another episode of Nothing Nice. Y'all make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe, all that. Tag your friends, etc., etc. Yo, Joe, I always appreciate you pulling up.
Ohio State not winning the next.
I guarantee Ohio State's winning the national championship. I already got some side bets going on.
In football?
Yeah. I wouldn't say
they play in Austin. I think week 4, 3, 4?
Week 2. Yeah, we're gonna win. You think we're afraid to go to Austin? We can make the trip. Let me know.
That early in the season, bro, I don't like that matchup for y'all, bro.
It was early last year when we won too. It's been another episode of Nothing Nice. You already know. Like, share, comment, subscribe, share, all that stuff. Go Buckeyes. We out.
Brother, this is a totally different UT team we talk about right now.
Go Buckeyes.